Hello, you guys. Hello, hello, hello. I had pulled you guys originally down.
Yeah,
And then I
I'm
thought,
ready for that. I'm over here.
Hello. Well,
and then I thought, why am I pulling them down? Like, we're all one. We should just come on at the same freaking time.
you're right.
I'm like, what a fucking idiot.
I was trying to. I have my detox water. I just picked. So I got some spearmint growing. So I got fresh mint and lemon.
Oh, I freaking hate you. I love mint. It makes great mojitos. And I do like mint water too. Like I like mint in my water with like either cucumber or with like a certain like a berry or something. It's so good. If you do it and you put it overnight and you drink it the next day, it's fire.
Fire.
It's a fire.
Yes, my favorite.
You should try that. It's really refreshing.
Okay, I just shared it on my page from YouTube.
Oh, you know what? I gotta go and make it public, or else I don't know. I still haven't fixed it.
Well, it showed well on YouTube there's viewers.
YouTube is fine. It's Facebook.
You gotta
as soon as I do the privacy watch, the comments will come in.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you gotta go in and you gotta redo your permissions.
That's exactly what the frick it is.
Yeah, you gotta redo your permissions because that's what it was doing to me, and I had to do that too.
Hi everyone. Sorry you guys. I have to like switch something in my settings because it's not making it public. So I switched it, so we should be good. If you guys are not following us on YouTube, please go to YouTube, like and share our page. We would greatly appreciate it. That being said, it is Police Memorial Week. We have been talking about this all week. I wanted to do a video every day. Unfortunately, I was not able to. So that being said, we still want to make sure that we honor true heroes. And by true heroes, I mean police officers during Police Week that gave their life for someone else. They made the ultimate sacrifice. We've been talking about a few different ones every day. Kino, if you didn't notice, our video got muted the other day. So I got a cute notification the next morning saying that they muted our video because of the Amazing Grace song that we played at the end. And I was like, really? Like, people can just go to YouTube and freaking watch it. Like, we're not selling anything. We don't get any money for this. Like, it's a problem. But I disputed the shit, so we'll see.
Well, let's hope so.
Yeah, so we shall see. So that being said, we are going to talk about heroes, fallen heroes. First, I want to start really quick with today in Chicago, 2 police officers were shot at 7:19 a.m. Now I'm going to tell you what exactly happened really quick. We have what's called a shot spotter here. So we have like literally a computer room. It shows screens. We have cameras all over. That shot spotter, when it goes off, it'll show you kind of exactly where the shots are coming from. It'll ping, and the dispatcher automatically sends the police to that location. 2 officers respond. They're getting out of their vehicle. They see a gentleman who has his back to them. They are in full uniform. Before anything happens, this gentleman turns around and starts unloading on these 2 officers. Now, mind you, they are fully dressed. They are in full uniform. And they literally had 0 seconds to react. That's how quick it happened. That is exactly how quick it happened. There's video footage of it. I wish they would have like released it like same or as quick as they released all these other damn videos. But you know, nobody really wants the truth.
Right.
These officers had 0 time to respond, and both were shot. One was shot in the hand. The other one was shot, I believe, right above his vest in the shoulder. One was critical at the time. The other one was stable. They were able to stabilize both of them. And thankfully, by the grace of God, these officers were able to be discharged from the hospital. And their families will see them again. This was at 7 o'clock in the morning. And you will not see police officers out there marching. You won't see them going on strike. You won't see them burning and looting and tearing shit up and demanding justice.
I don't even like my kids starting to fight that early.
The what?
I said, I don't even like to hear my kids start arguing that early. That is way too early to have some tragic shit happening.
Mm-hmm. So I also want to say, the reason I'm bringing it up is I received a ton of messages. I do work days. I start at 7 a.m. and I usually work from 7 to 4. So I received a ton of messages like, hey, are you okay? And I want to say thank you guys. I am okay. The hubby is okay. We are off today and we are off tomorrow. So that being said, we are okay. Thank you so much for reaching out. I appreciate each and every one of you. I did not get into all of the messages, so I wasn't able to respond individually like I normally do. So thank you. I just wanted to say thank you. I wasn't trying to be rude, but thank you. I appreciate you. Next, there is a march that happens every year here in Chicago. We kind of talked about it. It was skipped because of COVID last year. It was talked about being skipped again this year because of COVID. Well, our union, our police union and the sergeants union and lieutenants union, they're all separate unions, got together and said, no, if we can do all this other shit, we can go to baseball games, we can pack into Costco and Walmart and Sam's Club, we can do a march in honor of our fallen officers. So they did do one today. I was trying to look for some footage so I could show you guys how beautiful that was. Unfortunately, my husband and I were not able to make it. He had some plans, and I had some things to do with my kids, so we were not able to attend, but we were there in spirit. That being said, we are going to talk about officers. There was another officer who got, I don't know if he got shot early May or killed early May and just succumbed to his injuries. Like, I happened to see him pop up on the on the Memorial Down page. So I'm going to pull up that page just because it gives us like the most reliable information when it comes to police issues. In Chicago, today's shooting was the 29th shooting at a Chicago police officer in May. I mean, from January till now. Within the last 15 months, which was 2020, all of 2020 and 2021, there has been, I believe, almost 160 incidents of police officers being shot at. So let me share the screen. Hold on. Oh, sorry. Share. There we go. So this gentleman right here, because when we were looking the last few times, he was not on here. He's from Oregon. Okay. Wait, why is he? Wait. I don't understand this. Hold on. Sergeant John Burray succumbed to injuries sustained. Okay, so this is what it was. So he was struck by a vehicle on September 4th, 2001. And then now has died on May 4th. I guess he just died.
Oh, so he must have been in a coma or something?
Correct. Because I'm like, I know he wasn't on there. Chris and I were looking at this page last week. Or not even last week, like a couple of days ago, our last video. And he was not on there. So that's what happened. Oh, there were other officers that died. Trooper Magnano and Officer Horuff. I'm tearing up their names, I'm sorry. But those names are, well, this name is hard to pronounce for me anyway.
Janet said it broke news yesterday.
This?
I'm thinking so.
Okay, so that's why, because it was not on there. Chris, we did a video, what, 2 days ago?
Yeah, it was go over one. I think it would be to the right. I know it was Jimmy in.
Right, it started kind of here.
Yeah, it was
it started,
Texas.
It started here, and then these two were from Texas.
And then the other one would be from, yeah.
Yeah.
That was the last one right there.
Because it was this one, and then these three. And he wasn't on the page. So that's why I happened to peek at it earlier, and I was like, what the hell? But anyways, now that I have you guys on this page, we are going to put off all the 2021 officers because today is end of police Memorial Week. So I'd like to basically just kind of go through this really quick. Let me make sure. Can you guys see me or not? Hold on. Yes. Okay. So I'm just going to kind of scroll through them, and then so you can see them as we go, because I think they all deserve to be honored for making the ultimate sacrifice. And there are several that died of COVID. Actually, there are 64 just in 2021 that died of COVID, 23 by gunfire, assaulted 4, struck by a vehicle 7, stabbed 2, vehicular assault 9. So those were all officers who were violently killed doing this job. There are even officers from Puerto Rico. And this is just 2021, you guys. There are a lot of COVID-19.
And as you're scrolling down, you can see the diversity of the people that are serving.
Great point, Chris. Thank you for pointing that out, actually. I would have not even thought of that.
And I think that's something I mean, that's one thing I noticed as you were scrolling down, and I thought I would point it out because we're constantly talking about the narrative that the media is trying to drive, that you have all these racist police officers. But as you're scrolling down, like, there's such a diversity in the police force. It is America. And when they say the police force or anybody in law enforcement, like as a whole, they group them as these racist, thuds that are out trying to kill minorities, specifically black people. That's what we hear a lot. And I think it's something to put in, to point out that there's a lot of diversity on our police forces. I mean, demographically, probably depending on where you live, maybe not as much, but in the major cities, these blue ran cities, I highly doubt you're going to see one that doesn't have some minorities on the police force.
Right. And these are canines. They even have the canines that serve with the police departments. This one was shot by a gun. This one was also shot by a gun. They're even killing dogs. And this one is shot by a gun.
What's that, PETA?
Mm.
Where's PETA at?
Where are you guys at? So that's 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2, 3 out of, so 50% of the canines were killed by gunfire. Just in this is 2021, mind you, only.
It was just crazy because so you would see these dogs, right? And since you scroll through some of the pictures, and we had an interesting experience with our neighbor's dog, and he trains dogs for the local police departments, and these dogs are so well trained that they will take commands when they're given, but like our fence blew down and the dog was able to get into our yard with our dogs, and he was massive. I mean,
he was huge.
He was
His name
huge.
was Hooper. And he's, of course, a German Shepherd, and he was freaking huge, man.
Yeah, but one of the best. I mean, he was one of the best dogs. He didn't
so sweet.
He didn't mess with our dogs. I mean, they probably seen him and were like, yeah, that's the alpha. And they were playing, and he was friendly with everybody. I mean, I was a little shocked when I walked out. I was like, I don't know, but I mean, he was very well behaved. And then when the neighbors realized he was gone, and I was like, hey, neighbor, he's over here. As soon as he called him, that dog was back where he needed to be. So I think people look at those dogs like they're vicious, and firsthand experience, I mean, unless they're given a command, that was probably one of the most well-trained.
He didn't pay no mind to our dogs either. Our dogs were like curious and interested, like, who are you and why are you over here? And I think the only time that any of the dogs got anxious at all was when I came out, and my dog started to get a little protective. But Hooper wasn't tripping. He was like, I'm not even here for that. I just want to say hi. I'm just seeing, I could come over here, so I just wanted to say hi and see what you guys are doing. He's super sweet.
Living my best life. Period.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, hi. I've been wondering who you guys were since you moved in.
Right. He's like that.
Yeah, hella chill.
Like, I'm just here for the tea.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm tired of being over there bored. I work all day. I need some leisure time.
Yeah. Bored over there by myself. Are you guys hanging out?
Exactly. So I was trying to see if they gave the name of the 2 officers that were shot here in Chicago today, and they still have not. The actual last update was 5 hours ago, because when police officers get shot, it doesn't really matter. That is not newsworthy.
So sad.
That's fucking disgusting. It kind of pisses me off, but I have you know what, actually I'm gonna send this really quick to the group chats, just because otherwise I won't be able to pull it up, because I don't have Twitter anymore.
Sorry.
It's okay. So maybe you guys can just help me pull it up. Oh, sorry. Someone is sneezing. And I have one more.
You want me to pull them up right now?
Oh yeah, I'm sending you on. Thank you, baby. Is that the neighbors outside? They sound like they're fucking fighting.
Oh, I see what that is. Tripping. You want me to pull this up now?
Yeah, sure. I just sent one more. So I was trying to find information on it and I couldn't. I couldn't because there's no new information because it really doesn't matter. It doesn't fit narratives. So when the police are involved, who cares? To be honest. Well,
are they all just photos or the video too?
They're just photos. There's just 3 photos.
Okay.
It was like something I got from Twitter. Like somebody posted something, so I couldn't. I don't have Twitter anymore. But I want to see if the superintendent sent something. Nope, nothing. Yeah. All right. I thought that was some information, but there's not. So that's that. So the only thing I could find on it was this. So you have a bunch of officers who actually lined up to show respect for this officer. Now, I don't know, can you blow that up or can you try to zoom in on that, Chantisha? Will it let you?
Watch, let me see.
Yeah.
So if I'm not,
one?
yeah, if I'm not mistaken, that officer is a minority. I don't want to say the name until the news actually says the name. But I mean, he looks like he's to be honest, he's doing his work pants and his work boots.
This one or this one?
This one. This is the one that was shot in his hand.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry.
Let me see.
So this is him getting released out of the hospital.
Gotcha.
And these are officers who come from all around to show their respect. Because they are grateful and thankful that this officer will get to see his family again.
Can you get me out of there?
Yes. There you go.
So you can see them all lined up.
Oh.
And they're getting a police escort home. But thank God they are okay. That being said, I wanted to show you guys the list of people shot or police officers that have died in the line of duty. I think it said 23 now or 29 total this year killed by gunfire. So many killed that were stabbed. So many killed that were purposely struck by a vehicle. Some that were assaulted and wound up. Now, mind you, if that says assaulted, that's without a weapon. You were just assaulted because they have it, whether you were stabbed, whether you were gunfire, struck by a vehicle, and then you were just assaulted. Again, remember when people talk about, oh, they didn't have a weapon. That just proves the point that yes, you can be killed and you don't need a weapon to have someone kill you. Just saying. What else did I want to add? So I just want to say, if you guys do see a police officer out there, just thank them for their service. Or you don't even have to thank them. Just say hello, like smile at them. Because these days a smile goes a very long way.
Right.
A very long way. Anything that you wanted to talk about, Chris or John Tisha?
No, I mean, I think I know it's Sunday to start a new week. I'd like to say I hope we have a better week this week and we don't see, as much tragedy. And I think we did a really good job this past week with just recognizing some of the current and some of officers that have lost their life, and then some of the more a little bit more notable ones that we've seen. And I'm just looking forward to, as we keep going on, that, we keep highlighting at least once a show these officers that are laying down their life.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I think that's a great addition to our show. And unfortunately, I think looking forward, the part that is going to be the hardest, I think, especially going through it, is the ones that will be newly added to that page.
Yeah.
So we will continue talking about things that are going on. We are going to have a show very soon with a friend who has information on things that are happening between Israel and Gaza, and has a different view than what is popular here, I guess, or than what the media is portraying. I think that everybody deserves a seat at the table.
Yeah.
And I think that people who really don't know, he brought up some great points when him and I spoke. And he stated all he wants is fairness. And I thought, that is not much to ask for, to be honest. That is not much to ask for at all. And when he gave me the information that he gave me, which I will never be able to articulate in the way that he did, because he can speak the language, he can pronounce the words correctly, and I don't want to do a terrible job putting that information out there and butchering it.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it will be as effective as him doing it himself. The only thing that I am going to ask from this audience is to be open-minded, to be kind, and to be fair. I don't think that's hard to do at all, especially when a lot of us came together under streetlights.
Yeah.
And unity, unite, don't fight, be a streetlight. Like, I think we need to get back there. I think we need to pump our brakes, and we need to remember that everyone deserves a seat at the table.
Yeah.
And I think that we can all learn something, right? We don't have to agree. We can agree to disagree. But
right.
Hearing from someone who has firsthand information is an amazing thing. And I think he also made a good point when he said, why is the media trash when it doesn't give you the narrative that you want, or it's putting out all this? We know that the media has fake news. We know that the media, and we can dog it all day. But yet when it comes to this, what they're saying is true, and now everybody's believing it.
Yeah.
It stopped me in my tracks, and I thought, you know what? Touche. You are right. I'm not going to be a hypocrite. He was absolutely right.
Right. Well, and again, it comes with conversations like this, important ones, come with understanding. We have to be able to have an open mind and understanding of where the other people are coming from. Does that mean that we have to condone what they're doing, or, agree with what they're saying. No, I can understand where you're coming from and still disagree with you and still walk away shaking your hand and saying that was a good conversation. And I think that that's something that a lot of us want, haven't had in a long time, or try to, especially with everything that's been going on the last 5 years. The last 5 years, trying to figure it out, trying to get some understanding and really coming to the middle, because again, that's what America is about. It's about coming to the middle and understanding each other and working together versus making people or forcing people to agree or see things the way that we see. Everyone is different. People experience the same thing differently. And so I think it's important to have these kind of conversations more often than not, again, as reminders, because we don't have enough reminders anymore of how to be decent human beings and how to live a good life while other people live in the same space as you. Knowing that we're all not perfect, but we're all striving for, we're not striving for perfection, but we're striving for positivity and progress in our lives.
No, I agree. I agree 100%. And I think that we, especially being on here and having a platform that connects to so many different people of all different races from all different locations across America. We even have people that are on here from Canada that follow us. I think that we need to live up to what we talk about. We need to hold ourselves accountable as well, where that sometimes you can tend to get like a certain tunnel vision because your beliefs are so strong about something, and you kind of close people off from seeing or being heard. And I think all of us here are pretty open-minded. We're like open to conversation. I don't think we're nasty or try to be nasty deliberately. I think that we're all open to it.
Yeah.
And again, hey, I cannot say it enough that everybody has value. Everybody has something they bring to the table, right? What that is something different, but we can all be educated at some point. We can all learn something new. When I said I had this conversation with him, there were things I didn't know that I do now know. So now I'm even more interested in listening to what he has to say.
Yeah.
So that being said, that show will be coming this week. We will kind of set it up. Chris, Jantisha, and myself, we will like set up a 10 networks for all of us so that we can all be present, because Jantisha has a lot of good information when it comes to like religious aspects of things. And my friend is very religious in his own faith. So that would be a great conversation, because he did speak also about, like, people are saying, well, this is what the Bible is stating, this is written in the Bible in regards to what's happening with Israel. And he had a very good opinion on that. Like, I thought it was pretty interesting. And I love the fact that he's super respectful. He is. And when I tell you that this man is a gem, he really is. I have nothing but respect for him. I have nothing but love for him. I know his heart. He is such a good person. He has had my back through so many things.
Well, to be quite honest, when people talk about the Bible and what's going on in the world and what the Bible says about right now and the end times and all that, like, I have my own pet peeves about that.
Which is what I love, because
yeah,
that was my point, is that I love that because you are well versed on it. And you are very straightforward about it.
Yeah.
And I think that we need to, when I said we need to hold ourselves accountable as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes we need to check ourselves at the door.
Oh yeah.
And when I tell you that, I will say this conversation may have went differently if it was someone I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
So it stopped me to think that I need to start paying attention more. I need to learn to listen without feeling the need to actually respond.
Right. Yeah.
I need to learn to listen better. Not that I don't try or I deliberately don't do it, but I need to learn to listen to understand and not to always respond.
Right.
And
yeah.
This conversation, literally, when I tell you that, has opened my eyes to so many little things about myself that I'd like to be better.
Right.
So I'm like, because I think that it could have gone differently if it was not that I knew who this person was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think it would have went very different. And I think he could probably tell you the same. Like he could have probably said, yeah, it would have went very differently because I would have said what I said and I would have not gave a shit and you would have said what you said and then we would have just been boom. And then guess what? There's no progress.
Right, exactly, which is where the miscommunication comes from. That's where the division comes from. It's where all the trouble comes from, is not being able to meet in the middle and understand that, to come to the conversation with an understanding heart, in order for those conversations to happen. Because conversations with other people that have information that you don't have should be raising questions, not raising defense. And that happens more times than not. And conversations aren't able to be had, and your iron isn't able to be sharpened at that point. And then what was it for?
Yeah,
what was it for?
I agree. I agree. My damn comments are stuck again. They've been stuck for a long time. Wait, did I create a banner? What the hell did I just do?
No, you posted it up. So if you guys are, as you guys are watching, we kind of got a few things going on. We're talking, and then we'll be posting up some of the officers that have fallen in the line of duty, and you could read them on the bottom. I think we've been doing a pretty good job at kind of keeping that banner moving.
So if you did anything, you would put one and then just paste it over it and switch the person.
Yeah, that's what I should have done.
So that it stays the moving one.
Yeah. I don't know what the hell I did. Chicken nugget brain, period. All right, I think here. All right, I think I got it now. There we go.
And I think we kind of touched on that the other day too, with how you were talking with your friend and how you got a different perspective. And I kind of brought up the point that that's how we got to look at a lot of stuff. Like sometimes I think, and I won't say all of us, but there's a majority of people that jump the gun and go off what they see in their emotions, and they kind of get something in their head, a story built, and then it's hard to shape that. Man, what was it? There was a saying, don't believe what I hear and half of what I see.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think those old sayings, like that was something like, my grandpa used to tell me when I was little, like, don't believe what you hear,
right,
and only half of what you see.
Yeah.
Because if somebody's telling a story, like on the news, you weren't there, you couldn't witness, you don't know what happened. You don't know all the facts. So you take it for what it is. It's somebody telling you what they want to tell you, their information that they want to put out. And when you're watching these videos, so often it's legit, like, believe only half of what you're seeing, like with George Floyd. Yes, it ended. he had his knee on his back and his neck. But you don't just take that for what it is. Like, there's the other half of that story from beginning to end, and that's the part that people are missing. And I think it's those little things that we got to start, reminding each other of, or talking to our kids or people about, like, hey, there's all these old sayings. It's like, what, Proverbs? You got all this stuff that, Proverbs. You have Confucius says a lot of stuff, and people are forgetting about all these little
Excuse me.
these good life tips, and they're just, we don't have any of it anymore, and we go strictly based off what somebody else is telling us.
Yeah, exactly. You guys, I'm gonna jump out really, really quick, and then I'll jump back in. This way, maybe it'll reset my comments, because I have a question for you guys, for the viewers. So I'll be right back. Christian John Teaser will take care of you while I'm gone.
All right. So since it's Sunday night, and we've kind of been talking about police, we're watching the comments. So if you guys have any questions, or you want to maybe our thoughts on something, shoot us a message, or put it in the comments, and we'll do our best to answer them, and kind of wrap up our weekend, paying our tributes to the officers that have fallen. So I've kind of been in the chats all night responding.
I see that.
Let me see. I know I've seen a couple, like Charlene said there was an officer from Delaware. He was hit over the head. I got to find the other one. There was 4. Milani, I think that's how you say it. There was 4 shot in.
It's Melanie.
Is it Melanie?
Super simple.
Hey, I can't. My eyes are.
He said Melanie.
Hey, I'm trying to read it from down here. Your eyes are good. It is Melanie. I knew it was something. I was looking for it. I found it.
Go ahead and put that little pretty fancy on it. I'm sure she'll be fine with it.
Yeah. I knew it was something like that. All right. 2 were grazed and 2 were actually hit. The last news casted that they would be okay. No life-threatening injuries. So that was 4 out of Birmingham, Alabama. So it looks like they're going to be okay. Hopefully. We'll pray.
Well, who was Charlene talking about? She just said someone was stomped to death.
Wait, who was stomped to death?
Officer from Delaware had his head bashed in recently.
Oh, yeah. He was literally stomped to death. We talked about that the other day, Chris.
Yeah.
That is just.
That was the point. Remember when I said, when they were saying, people, if they don't have a gun, they're not a threat. You need to use a lesser force, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, that should be one of the driving points for police departments, that yes, you can have your head bashed in. He went to a job, I believe it was, and he wound up not responding. It was because when they dragged him out, his head had been stomped to death.
Oh.
And guess what? All that took was a boot and a shoe and a foot and a leg. And I'm not trying to make fun of it. I'm just trying to say, when people talk all this trash about, there's no weapon, you don't need a weapon.
No.
When you have
someone,
when you have super strength, and you can literally, you're so angered or so triggered, and that adrenaline is fucking pumping.
Or on drugs.
Right. You could be on PCP. I've had fights with guys. I've had a fight with somebody who was on PCP. And that 5-minute fight felt like a lifetime.
And that's no joke. So I heard, so my dad told me a story when he was in high school, or getting right out of high school. He got into a fight with this guy at Taco Bell, high off PCP, him and my cousin. And they were hoping that somebody called the cops, right? That was working there. But this guy just started fighting with my cousin. And my dad said that they were hitting him. They were trying to hold him down. He was trying to get him off. My cousin, he said the last thing he thought he could do was just square kick this guy in between the legs, and it didn't faze him. And it took them. They waited until the cops got there. Like they fought with this dude, two of them, and they were all just about the same age, and it took all their effort just to try to not get hurt any more than what they were. And then I told Tisha a story. I was probably about 18, 19, and this guy was walking out of one of the malls here, and some stuff had happened, and he decided I was the guy he wanted to fight, and we threw it down, and I hit that guy. So, I mean, I had to put a lot into that, and no matter what I did, he just kept coming and coming and coming, and nobody wanted to stop it. And it got to the point where I thought I broke my wrist. And good thing that I grew up doing martial arts, and I'm not just like the guy who does Taekwondo. Like, I grew up actually fighting, and I put it on him, and I walked away, and I was upset. Like, man, I whooped this dude. I found out a couple days later from another friend, like, yo, this guy was high off of PCP. And I mean, I was beat up. I was hurting. And it was crazy because I heard stories. So when people say that, you know, police officers go out there and this person might not have a gun, but when they're high off of that type of drug, I got lucky. I mean, at least I had some size over the guy, and I was able to manage. But if this guy's twice your size, or no disrespect, Charlie, but you're a woman, pretty sure you're not no 6 foot. You're not benching 200 and something pounds. But if this guy's towering over you at 6'4", got 150, maybe 200 pounds on you, whatever it may be, maybe not even that much. But
he's beating your ass.
Hey, you're not even a dude that's, average height, 5'10", like that. That's going to be a struggle. And I don't think there's enough talk about that. People don't know all the situations that go, or all the different type of situations a police officer could be involved in. And by no means am I a police officer. I mean, but I understand situations, and I understand people, and I grew up around people that are dangerous. And you don't need a gun. A knife is dangerous. A stick is dangerous. A hammer is dangerous. And if you're not expecting it, you could die by something like that.
What about these people that, like, okay, let's just say, like you're trained in martial arts. You're also you've been a street fighter your whole life, and now you're trained. You know what I'm saying? And so then you and we go at it like, yeah, I have all these tools, etc., and I'm gonna have to use them because your ass is strong. You know what I'm saying? Like, we cannot. This is the thing that I hate with people, right? So we're gonna talk real quick about the PCP thing. So I had an incident once with somebody on PCP. It's funny that you said a guy over 6 feet, because he was over 6 feet. He was a male black. He was super fit, or his body appeared to be super fit. We get a call about someone selling drugs, etc. We peep him. Sure enough, we even are watching him. We know where he's stashing it. He's stashing it in the dumpster. So the minute he goes to grab to serve somebody, we get out the car. The chase is on. We chase him for blocks, literally. When I tell you, at the time I was super young, I was super ass fit. Now, I don't know karate, but I know crazy.
Hold on.
Introduce it.
Sorry, I was trying to pull up the link, and I didn't know it was going to.
Like, I don't know karate, but I know crazy. And I grew up in the hood. I've been fighting with my 70-something cousins my whole life, right? That's how they trained us to fight. You want to survive in this neighborhood, you got to learn how to fight. Fine. So it's me and a partner.
You said 78 cousins.
I do I'm not lying, I got 70-something first cousins. And that's just my mom's side.
Hey, she don't know about that because she don't got that many, but I got like 124.
The struggle be real with Mexicans. But no, so seriously, so it's me and a partner. We grab this guy, right? He starts fighting. He literally runs into a church that's in session. Runs into a church, what do you call him? Like the minister, It was a Baptist church, so I don't know what the head of their church is called.
Pastor.
Okay, so their pastor grabs this dude. He like wigs out and like tossing the pastor. My partner literally jumps on his back and is kind of like bear hugging him because the guy's like kneeled over. This guy stands up and my partner's feet are dangling like this. Like, I'm not bullshitting you. So now I grab him. I'm trying to grab an arm. He's swinging all three of us like we look like a barrel of monkeys. He's swinging us. The fight like pushes. I don't even know how we got out the damn back door. And the fight is on. He grabs mind you, my partner has him like this, trying to bear hug him to get a grip on him. He digs his mouth into my partner's arm and is holding on for dear life. So now I'm like, fuck. We already called for backup, etc. And I'm like, what am I gonna do? Like, so I start like trying to like, and I'm trying not to hit the pastor. So I start like hitting this dude. Like I start kicking him, right? Like, cause that's like all I couldn't get anything from the top because I'm going to hit the pastor. I'm going to hit my partner. So I start kicking his ass. Like I start donkey kicking this dude. Like I have super ass and I kicking this guy with everything I got in his groin. This dude literally was like, "Arr." I was like, oh shit. I took out my mace and I unleashed a whole hand dead in his mouth because he was screaming. Nothing. I took out my baton. I used all the tools the department told me to use. I go to my baton. I hit this dude so many times in his lower part of his body. My stick broke. I looked at it and I was like, shit, the only thing I have left is stab him with it. I don't know, right? Like, what the fuck? So now I'm hands-on with him and we're going at it. This dude hauled off one time. Mind you, he got my partner on his back that he's biting. This dude hauls off and hits me so hard. I felt like I was in a cartoon. And I saw birds and stars and all kind of shit. So we finally are able to get this dude cuffed. I finally able to get one cuff on him. And there's like those, those old chain link fences. We're in the alley. I'm able to cuff one arm because I can't get it behind his back. He's too fucking strong and got my partner on his fucking back. So I'm able to get one cuff and chain him this way. And then I'm able to grab the other one and chain him this way. We had to chain him literally like this to the fence until help came. I'm not bullshit. That fight was 5 minutes and it felt like 3 days. And I thought, when is help coming? Because this guy is going to beat. Man, I had a black eye for about a month and a half. I was big. I'm lucky he didn't break like my orbital bone or anything, but he punched the shit out of me. I was like, oh hell no. Treated me like a stepchild. And then he took a chunk, like literally a chunk out of my partner's arm.
Oh, that's crazy.
It was bad. So, and people say, oh no, those motherfuckers are strong.
Right.
They feel no pain. I mean, I'm sure the next day,
yeah,
his groin area was not going to be all right for about a month.
Hey, when you come down,
I straight donkey kicked them. Like, I couldn't even tell you how many times.
Oh.
And when they come down from that, that's a horrible way to come down. Like, I mean, on a typical day, they would come down and they might feel like shit for a little bit until they get that nets high or whatever they're doing. But to get your ass whooped and then come off some drugs, like you're going to feel it. You're going to feel all of it. That's crazy.
So you're right. They're super strong. I mean, super strong. He was no little dude. By the time like backup came, They were like, "What the hell is this?" Like, he looked like he was a sacrificial lamb. Because we couldn't. And then we had to double cuff him because he was so muscular, his arms couldn't fit behind his back right.
Mm.
Man, I'm telling you, I never got punched. So, woo. I was like, thank God my eyes still in the socket. But it was bad. I've had my pinky broken, my shoulder broken. I've had my hip torn out of place. I've had my meniscus torn out of place.
Mm.
I have been through the gigs. I'm trying to do the banner real quick.
That's a lot.
And that's something I wish they would, like, it's these type of conversations that more people need to hear, you know, the reality of what police officers go through. And then, you know, you have your few that, like we've been saying, you have your bad apples out there, but more often than not, you have a lot of good police officers and they got to deal with a lot of crazy shit.
Facts. Okay, got it. Sorry, I was trying to change it. Then my son was talking to me too at the same time. But yeah, no, it was bad. It was bad. Like I said, I've had all kind of stuff happen to me. Like I said, pinky finger, my left shoulder, it's never been the same. My meniscus, my labrum, and my left hip. All kind of shit. I've been punched. I've been bit. I've been with a hypothermic needle. All kind of stuff. It's crazy. So yeah, we go through it. Hi Heather, how are you? Welcome you guys. You guys don't forget to like and share. I would greatly appreciate it. We would all appreciate it. So please like and share this video. We would greatly appreciate you. If you are not following us on YouTube, please follow us on YouTube. I would greatly appreciate that. Oh, my Chelly, that's bad. Yeah, we've been through it. We've been through it. Like my husband has had similar experiences with people with PCP. And my husband, when I tell you my husband is super ass strong, like one of our good friends just started working out with us recently. And he's like, dude, he's like, I never realized he was that strong. And I was like, my husband is super ridiculously strong. Like ridiculously strong. He's built like a fucking wall. And he's had same thing, guy with PCP. And now my husband is not a small dude. And his partner was not a small dude. Dude on PCP, my husband's like the fight of my life.
Yeah.
It was literally the fight of my fucking life. They walked into a domestic. The house was torn the fuck up. The dude flipped the fucking refrigerator, the stove, everything. My husband said shit was crazy in there. And the wife was crying and she didn't want to, she was afraid to say anything. And she was all beat up. So they
That's a question for you.
And it was not good. I'm sorry, what?
Michelle Batters has a question for you.
I got you. I'll ask you the question, Chelly. So they want to know.
Oh my gosh.
I just saw it.
Did you work with Wilco's when he was at CPD? You got to lean into it a little bit, make it dramatic.
He takes forever sometimes.
I will say he was my partner for a couple years.
So there's another guy in the comments. He wants to know if you can get him an autograph. And then I'll send you my address in a little bit.
He was actually my partner for a while.
Stevie Marley said they went to school with him.
Did you really? He was my partner for a while. And you want to hear something funny? You guys, I swear to you that this is on everything that I love. This is a true story. Do you remember, like, did you guys ever watch the Jerry Springer show?
Yeah.
So do you remember when they used to be like, Jerry, Jerry, Jerry? Steve and I would go on jobs, and it'd be like in the middle of the hood, domestic craziness. People would see him and be like, Steve, 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 Steve. Like, shit would just stop. And be like, Steve, 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 Steve. I was like, oh, hell no. But yes, he was my partner, actually. He worked in the same district we worked in the same district together. We worked afternoons together, actually.
That's funny.
As soon as I saw it, I smiled because I was like,
She wants to know, is he as nice and sweet as he appears?
Yes.
How funny.
I'm not going to add any extra tea either.
That's funny.
I will only take answers. That's it. I'm gonna give one word answers. Awesome. He did a huge food fight at lunch, and we trashed the whole cafeteria. Steve, that's fucking hilarious.
I just want to put so Shirley said she admires you as an officer, as a teacher, and that she said, I run from fights, Shirley. I can't imagine running into a fight. And I'm gonna tell you, there's a lot of people like that. And hey, I'll fight somebody, but hey, and I also I got this thing where if I just got the feeling that today's not going to be the day, I'm running too. I have no problem throwing it down. But if I feel like I'm outnumbered or that dude I get the sense that, and he doesn't have to be big or tough, but I just get a feeling that he might be a badass. I'm going to walk the other way.
He said, I'm going to walk the other way. Well, see, like in my profession, you don't have the option to walk the other way.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean,
he's not going to forget his shoes, Jesus.
Yeah, I ain't going to leave my shoes or nothing. And I ran.
Like it was a far. I'm not a cop, but I will try and stop a fight. So this is the thing. For me,
I think it's mad if I do.
Oh, you guys know what? This is gonna be hilarious. So the other day we had somebody call us who they're renovating a house. Oh, yeah. And he's like, no one should be in there. He opens the door and he's like, fuck, I think somebody's in there. So he freaked because he sees somebody run down the back stairs. So he runs out, he calls us, he's waiting for us. We get there. He's like, nobody should be there, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm like, okay, do me a favor, open the door. We'll go in. I trained. So I go in before I allow my recruits to go in because I don't want anything to happen to them. So I'm in first, right? We're in. I'm yelling out, hey, it's the police. If you're in here, hands up. Come out with your hands up. I have my pistol out. Just so you know, come out with your hands straight up. So we're going through this house, right? There's 3 floors. We go through it, and it's still under construction. So part of it, you know, now you're thinking, is the floor going to give at some point? Because it's not completely done. So you're thinking about this, right? And then I'm thinking about not only myself, I'm thinking about my recruit, right? Because I want to make sure he's good. I'm responsible for him, or at least I feel like I'm responsible for them, right?
Yeah.
So we're going through, we get to the basement, and I'm like, yeah, no, it's good. And then all of a sudden I see something fucking move, but it was kind of like up in the rafters. And I was like, oh shit, rat. Like, but I literally, that fucking rat scared the fuck out of me. It wasn't even, and when I told you guys before, I've never been scared on this job. I'm not afraid to walk into an empty house, a dark alley. I'm not afraid, right? I've never really had that fear little like, oh no, don't do that. I walk into the shit. I'm like, it's going to be what's going to be. This is what I'm supposed to do, right? But after being there, and then I'm like ready to walk away, like everything's clear, it's good. and something moves and I see this big furry thing. I was like, holy shit. I was like, ah. My recruit was like,
how'd you do it?
facts. I'm not even exaggerating. So then I was like, oh shit. And then he's like, oh fuck. And then I was like, oh damn, and then he's like, he goes, that's a huge fucking rat. That shit looked about this fucking big and like this, it looked like a possum. It wound up being a fucking squirrel. But I swear to God, I'm like, what is this squirrel eating? It was ginormous. I was like, that shit square. And you know how fast they move? That shit scared the
That's
shit.
hilarious.
Girl, I'm lucky I didn't have no stomach issues. I would have sharded myself with that one. I was like, shit. That one almost made me literally shit my pants.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I'm looking at Chris's comment.
I just seen it as soon as you seen it.
I'm just saying, like, hey, for real, I think since Michelle brought it up, Tate, if you see him, just pull him over for like a fits a ticket, but slide him like 2 pieces of paper and be like, I just need your signature here, and then let us know and send it back to us.
I will definitely look into it.
What we should do is plan.
But yeah, we were partners. It's funny that you said that because we were partners. I have been around for a long time. So I have been around for a long time. I even remember the car we worked together, to be honest.
That's why I'm saying we should make a trip out to you and we should just have a barbecue and just tell them to stop by. I mean,
Yeah.
come take.
Right? Like, hey, just stop by. Come
on. Catch up.
I would say he always had these jokes about kielbasa. And I'm not going to tell you what the intent behind them were.
Yeah. Don't.
But that's when people were able to take a joke, you know?
Yeah.
Like now you can't say that stuff because people don't know how to take jokes no more.
Hey, but you know what? That's because people are so self-absorbed. They think everything is about them. They're offended.
Mm-hmm.
That's silly.
Yeah, no. So you know what? Let's take this time to ask questions. If you guys got questions, we'll answer them. All of us, for any of us.
They're all going to be about Wilco's.
Steve.
That's funny.
The Steve Wilco Show.
Hey, yep. When he got his show, I was like, that makes sense.
Because everybody used to call, like every time he would come out, people will, like, remember when he was still on Steve Wilco's? Every time he came out, it was Steve. It's true. They used to do that shit. I swear to you, we'd go into the most craziest domestic and people would stop and they'd be like starstruck. They'll be like, no, they're like, Steve. I'll be like, what the fuck? And the fight.
Oh, I thought you asked that.
No, so
how did you get the scar on your nose? I thought you asked her that. I read the name wrong.
This little bad boy right here.
Yeah. I'm gonna laugh if that was not.
Hey, I was like, I thought you were talking to me. I was like, you can see the scar on my nose.
He's got one too.
You could see mine from like years of like sun.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not cool.
So this was not on the job.
I knew it.
It was not. And you guys already know that I come from, let's see. So I'm trying to say this without making people look bad, but I'm just gonna say what it is. So my little sister, who is a year younger than me, but was always bigger than me.
Yeah, I got one of those.
Yeah, so she was always bigger than me. Well, you guys are probably too young. They used to have this gum. It was called Rain Blow, and it was called Rain Blow. Yes, I swear.
Yeah.
Or rain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They had like grape, yellow, red. They were so fucking good. So they used to even sell the jumbo ones in like this big ass pack. So I took one from her one day, like one piece. I didn't take the whole stick of gum. Like they were like balls.
Yeah,
They were
because she
balls.
was do that thing, Chili.
So I took one, and my sister was like, now mind you, I did everything for my sister. I was her second damn mom. Even though she was bigger than me, she was afraid of fucking everything. So I took a piece of gum, not thinking it was a big deal, right? So my sister's like, give it back. And I was like, wait, what? I was like, I already chewed it. I don't care. Give it back. Because she was a fucking brat. And I was like, no, I'm not giving it back. Well, my mom is part Italian. And they use what they call a palote to roll out pizza. It's not the wooden one you see. It's a metal pipe. It is. It's a metal pipe, and they call it a palote. And they call it a palote. So my sister was like, "Oh, you're not gonna give it back?" Takes her little fat ass into the kitchen and comes back and busts my shit wide open with a metal ass pipe.
Wow.
So
now, mind you, this is when I was a little ass kid. So imagine how big that shit was. Because you would have thought it would have faded by now, but he split my shit.
So what did you learn?
To duck. Shit, might want to ask her ass what she learned, because she got that ass handed to her, boy. My mom was in the shower. When I tell you there was so much blood gut, and I was a little person. I was so little. I got to show you guys one day when we're off camera. I'll show you pictures of me when I was younger. I was fucking maybe 55 pounds soaking fucking wet at this time. And she bust the shit out of my nose. She hit me with a metal ass pipe. My sister a fucking thug. Thug life.
Well, you helped raise her, so it's kind of your fault.
Hell no, I was a little kid myself. No, she just was a damn thug because of my family. They're violent.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They're violent as hell.
So there's another question by Amy Young. She said, how can Chicago stop all the shooting of children for no reason?
By getting their heads out of their asses and stop making things about politics and start locking these fucking goofballs up and stop giving them slaps on the hand for repeat offenses. A lot of our shit is politicized. Kim Fox is letting everybody out. Everybody gets a get out of jail free card. Then they're coming out 3-time gun offenders, coming out and killing people in broad daylight. Why were they out to begin with? I literally know somebody personally who has been in and out of jail, was on house arrest, cut off their ankle bracelet, wound up getting caught for another gun charge, going back to jail. And you know what they did? They just gave him another bracelet. Like, here, you lost this. The fuck? I know that person personally.
The way I know, I don't live there, but I'm just thinking in any big city, right? Where you're having countless, deaths. Like there's people getting hurt all the time because of violence, and specifically gun violence. Criminals don't care if you put a law up that says you can't have a gun. And that's one of the craziest things I think that these politicians are doing. I mean, on top of the fact that they're letting them out, but then they want to take all the guns or weapons or whatever you want to call them away from the good citizens. They want to take away your ability to protect yourself, because the reality is more often than not, you're not going to take a knife to a gunfight. Now, if you get the jump on somebody and they have their gun holstered and you're within distance, okay, yes, a knife can be very effective. But more often than not, if somebody's firing and they're already out and drawn and you're not within that distance or able to close a gap and take them out with a knife or something, what do you need? You need something equal or a little bit more. So in these cities like Chicago, hey, this is a problem, open carry. If you're a law-abiding citizen, open carry. And if somebody pulls out a gun, especially on your property, or they're taking fire, like, you put them down. I guarantee you, when people, and this is just my opinion, but when people don't know, who's going to shoot back, you're going to be a little bit more cautious about who you're shooting at, because more often than not, these dudes they're shooting at innocent people, or they're catching people off guard, because not everybody in Chicago is running around with a gun. I mean, you do have your thugs, but you're going to catch people off guard, and that's just me. Like, that's where I'm at. Like, if you want to see it go down, hey, open carry. You go do the background check, you purchase it, and then let it be that. Yeah, you might see a small spike, but I honestly think that you would see it dwindle down faster. Like, you might have one really bad year, and then after that, people are going to realize that, oh, I can't just be doing this shit and get away with it, because I might mess around like the kid that ran into the church in Texas with the AR. That old dude just got up, and there's a video out there, but that kid ran in, or whoever it was, and I don't know how many people he hit, but as fast as he ran in and started to shoot, that guy got up and put him down. And he saved lives. If that dude wouldn't have been carrying, there would have been a whole lot more people dead. And that's what people aren't thinking about, is it's those type of people that can save people. Because the police, the reality is, like, and I don't know, Charlie, but you could correct me if I'm wrong, but at the end of the day, you guys are outnumbered. There's way more of them than there are of you. And there's, from what I see, or some of the people I know, like, there's some areas you guys are spread thin across the nation. You're spread very thin, especially with everything that's going on. Well, how do you take care of that problem? Well, the police can't do it all, so let your citizens start carrying, and then I think you'll be all right.
Well, Janet says she has mixed feelings about that. She said, I have mixed thoughts on open carry. Mental illness is real, and that could trigger them to shoot. I'm assuming shoot if they see someone open carry. Your thoughts, Chelly?
I don't know. Like, I'm going to be really honest. I even had a problem at one time, because remember, I was Democrat and I was a little more, I guess, a little more liberal in my train of thought. I thought, like, why do you need, like, all these weapons? Like, I used to be against people even conceal carry. But I will say, I have changed my fucking tune once I looked into, of course, right? You got to make it make sense. The bad guys ain't out here carrying no legal damn guns.
Right.
And since the bad guys are outweighing the good guys, give the good guys guns.
I think that they really push that mental illness thing. Like, and this goes back to the media. And again, this is my opinion, but hopefully this might make a little more sense, or put some people at ease. They're pushing this mental illness thing, right? And they're saying that you got these guys running into schools or into churches, and the first thing they go to is, well, mental illness. Mental illness is a real thing. These guys are mental, and then that's where you get this this narrative of, when white people shoot, they get to claim mental illness, and when black people shoot, they get shot back and dead. You hear these stories like that. I'm going to tell you right now, some of these dudes that are running in and shooting these campuses up, or shooting up churches, or whatever it may be, mental illness is an excuse that somebody's making. some of these guys, yes, they might have issues, and some of them are just plain evil. They're sick in the head. Is not just that mental illness, like they're evil people, and there are evil people everywhere. Some need help, yes, some don't. But when you look at the amount, they'll say like right now, this year we've had 12, 12 mass shootings, right? And let's just say that's the number up until this point, right? Well, are all of those mass shootings, like that's 12 people in the whole nation. And if you're going through a background check, what is it? Unless they really dive into your medical history, I mean, I'm sorry, I'm going to be kind of on the board. Like, just because someone has, and what's a mental illness? Let's get there. Okay, so someone might be, I don't know, maybe have extreme anxiety or some paranoia or something like that. Okay, yes, it may be an extreme circumstance, yes, but you have veterans out there that some of them have been through some stuff, whether it be, and they have PTSD or whatnot, and they might have a mental illness according to these doctors. But you know what? I'll tell you right now, I'd much rather have some of my buddies that are going through something. I trust them, and because they're not just going to shoot anybody. These people don't want to just kill anybody. So to me, like the mental illness thing, I think that's a lot of the media driving it to make you feel afraid that somebody who's struggling with some mental health, like they're going to just kill anybody. Hell, I would be more, if they were saying, hey, I'm more worried about people with mental health killing themselves. Hey, I might be able to agree with that. I mean, because that might seem a little bit more reasonable, because that suicide tends, I mean, it is a big thing, but it's a fear that they're pumping out there to make you fear, like you can't trust anybody. And we got to stop that, because I'll tell you what, I think you'd be a lot better off with a whole bunch of people walking around armed, because we have rules and we have laws. And I think that keeps us, it makes us a little different from places like in the Middle East where everybody carries, but there's no laws. And these dudes are just gunning each other down. We do have rules here. And I think you will get the better of the people coming out and practicing that right.
Janet said, I'm saying if you open carry, that could make someone want to challenge you. And for that, I would say if someone wants to challenge you, then that person is looking for a fight. Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah, okay. My bad. I see what she's saying.
Who?
Janet.
No, she said it right now as you were talking.
Yeah.
She was explaining if you open carry, that can make someone want to challenge you. And I think that if someone wanted to challenge you because you were open carrying and they were open carrying, then that person wants a challenge. That person wants to get in a fight with someone.
And I would take the other sense too. Like maybe those are the same people that, I mean, if they see a police officer, they open carry. And I would say if that person really wants to challenge, they would challenge them. I mean, they would challenge anybody. I hear you on that. I mean, you're going to get those one or two, but
because there's always going to be some in every category that we pick or choose or whatever. And at this point, it's really a matter of, because if you take that stance, then you take away the solution, because then there's always going to be some reason that someone will argue with as to why not do something, or maybe this way instead. She says that's why I conceal carry everywhere, just in case someone sees it and wants to challenge you. But I mean, again, and then you can argue on the other side of that, well, there are some people who would prefer conceal carry so they can just sneak up on somebody and shoot just because they're having a bad day. So, and that's what I mean by, like, we're going to at some point have to make a choice and live with that choice, and then deal with the consequences, and then deal with solutions, come up with solutions as we go. Otherwise, there's not going to be a choice made, and someone's going to make a choice for us that none of us want.
I'm personally, nationwide, open carry. And then if you want to conceal carry, then you have to go through the permits and whatnot or get the extra background check or whatever they do. Like I know here, you got to contact the county and sheriffs, and you got to fill out some paperwork, and they give you the yay or nay on whether you can conceal carry. I think that should be something that stays, that you can do. But I just feel like that,
If
you
that's
know,
something that you want,
yeah.
go for it.
especially like in a place like Chicago, you got guys running around. Hey, if they knew that there was more people out there that were going to protect themselves, and I got to agree with Shelly. Like if they knew that they were going to get their asses locked up and not come back out, there's a lot of ways, a lot of things we could do to make them think twice.
Yeah. And then really make sure that people are trained with their weapons. Like if they're going to have a weapon, really make sure that they're trained in that way. So the reason why I say that is because I seen a video the other day of an Asian man in his it was either his car or it was a taxi or he was doing Uber or one of those things. And okay. And there was a man in his back seat with a gun basically robbing him. And so my thought was, well, what if the Asian man had a gun, like as we're talking right now, what if he had a gun, but he didn't know how to use it? Would he even like, what would the point be in him having it, using it to protect himself if he had no idea what to do with it or he was scared to have it, what then? So I think even with that, if we're going to allow open or concealed carry, that those people should have some sense of how to use this for those instances of people having a gun and feeling what's the word, high and mighty, right? That they have a weapon and they're able to use it on anybody. So thinking that they could just pull it on somebody and scare someone so much that the person's not gonna, they're gonna hit a fight or flight and they're just going to freeze. I think that they would think twice if the person if they knew that everybody had some kind of skill, and then think twice about it. That's where my brain went. You're muted.
Sorry.
The one time.
Right. Yeah, I was saying that I agree with you. And I think that everybody has a valid point, and I understand the concerns, Janet, because I kind of get what you're saying, especially living in a city like Chicago, where if you're open carry, I think that leaves you open to people stealing your fucking gun. Because they're in groups here.
There's that too. Mm-hmm.
They're in groups here, to be honest. So I do understand exactly what you're saying. I get it. Someone posted earlier, because remember earlier I told you I'll share some like photos with you guys off camera. So Heather's like, why off camera? Why not here? So that's why I said I'm sorry.
You what?
I'm gonna send you another. I sent a photo to the Just Us page.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna send another one right now. I'm looking for one when I was little, just to kind of just be funny.
You want me to pull it up?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. So Heather, I'm going to oblige you, boo boo. I'm kind of like looking, and I only have like recent stuff. Some of my older stuff is actually not on here. But I'm trying to find like from back in the day.
Is that a fro?
That is, it was Halloween.
Oh.
Yeah. It was Halloween, girl. I was living my best life.
Hey, I was a hippie one year for Halloween too, but I had a wig on and it was long and black. It was glorious.
Was it?
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, so I'm trying to find some.
This is not the show for that, because this is about other things, but I'll let you pull yours up and then we'll just have to share old photos from back in the day on another stream.
Yeah, well, I only did it because I said we'll do it off the camera. And Heather's like, well, why off camera? Why not here? All right, Heather, I got you. So I'm kind of trying to peek through if I find any.
And Daisy asked Chelly, would it be wise or proper having a professional or you come in one of your shows for anyone interested in learning how to carry or have license to have a gun or both?
Would it be what?
Would it be wise?
Would it be what?
You see it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Barbara, I was.
So yeah, I would think that like I do have a friend who actually does conceal and carry class. My daughter actually just took it. Babe, when did Nilani take the class?
What?
Yesterday, right?
What?
The conceal and carry class. With JoJo. Yes, yeah, it was yesterday. My daughter and her boyfriend just took it yesterday. Literally just took it yesterday. Oh, look, Jatish, I'm gonna send because it's funny thing.
And you guys got me looking for mine now. I found it.
Let's go. You know, everything needs a happy ending. That's what he said.
That's so cute. Look at the two of you.
Pimpin'. That was
Alright,
like
Mom.
one of our that was like one of our first dates too.
Am
Like
I
where
fully-
well, not one of our first dates. That was the first date where we were around people and other people knew we were dating at this point.
Yeah. Am I pulling this up?
Start with the first one.
I'm
With
gonna
the
have
first one I sent you in the
to go in and out of all this.
it's
All right.
like me and another girl.
Yeah, no, I got it. Are you ready?
Yeah, give me 1 second. I thought there was something else here really quick. I was trying to look up one of my baby pictures because I was a cute ass baby. But I can't find it. Must not be in here anymore. Anyway, so we'll give you guys a little something to laugh about. So, Heather, you better be on here because I'm sharing. All right, let's go. But anyways, wait, before we pull that up, thank you again to all the Golden Star families. Golden Star families are families who have lost a loved one in the line of duty. We appreciate you. We thank you for the ultimate sacrifice. You are gone, but will never be forgotten. And we have your back from here.
Amen.
So, when I said to you that my sister bust my nose right there, and I told you at the time we were kids, like we were in grammar school, I probably weighed 55 pounds maybe, and I'm not exaggerating anyway. I was a tiny ass person, tiny, super ass skinny. So I'm gonna pull this photo up for you guys. You know, I'm here for the shits and giggles. This is me. I had good hair then too.
Right here.
That was before lupus. Now I got doo-doo hair. Anyways, now mind you, you want to know the funniest thing about this photo?
Hold on, let me just make sure which way I gotta go, okay? I'm ready.
Like I had a baby already in this photo.
Wow.
I was
Good
I
for
was
you, okay?
I was already a mommy. That's how, now, mind you, I'm trying to point out that's how fucking tiny I was.
Yeah, good
Like-
for you after your first baby. Okay?
You know, that means I could never show you the picture after my 5th baby.
Remind me never to remind you never to show me.
No, I said, does that mean that I can't show you the picture after my 5th baby?
Shit, if you're this tiny, no, please don't.
I was
Keep it to you
I was
down.
not that tiny, but I was tiny. I worked out. I was in the gym like almost every day a week, 2-3 hours a day.
Shoot. Okay. Fine. Yay.
I was
I'm just kidding. I'm happy for you. I promise.
I was super I was just I don't know, I really like fitness because it kind of relieved a lot of stress for me.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
that was my outlet. That was my therapy. That was everything.
Hey, I live for it. Get it, girl.
So
Someone
I'm trying to get back. I don't want to be skinny ever because I think I would look like fucking. I really look like the crib keeper, hair and all.
Going in.
Thanks, thanks. All right, go ahead. Show the next one.
Look, it's a Crypt Keeper's hand.
See, he already had his hand on me back then, that bastard.
I thought that was Ricky.
No, that wasn't Ricky. So this was Halloween, you guys. So don't get upset about the fro. It was Halloween. Let me be great. So this picture, at this time, I had 3 babies.
Good for you.
I was just always a tiny person. I'm not saying that to be a butthole.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
She's clapping and everything at me. Damn. You know when they give you that clap, they're like with every syllable, they're like, And she's Christian, so she ain't bad words.
I mean, sometimes I do, but I'm not gonna do it to you.
All right. So next, I'll give you a little bit about me and my boo.
Look at him.
He was pimping. He was straight pimping. So I went as like one of those, like, it was supposed to be more like, you know, like hippie-ish kind of thing,
Yeah, that's what
right?
you look like.
Like I had the psychedelic scarf. Tell me why, because my husband dressed like a damn pimp. And I had like platform shoes. He had, look, I had glitter on my body. He had platform shoes. We both had like matching curls. They thought he was a pimp and I was his whore.
Yeah, yeah. He
I
didn't
was
get
like rude and disrespectful.
They said 70s thing.
For real.
He was like,
I'm
yes.
gonna be a pimp.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a 70s pimp.
Look at where Shirley said.
I'll do it, skinny bitch.
Oh shit. She said you skinny bitch.
Okay, so I will say this: the next picture that I pull up of myself, I was in high school. All right, so don't be saying no names. It was high school. It was not after babies. This was my hippie look with the long black hair with my wig.
That was cute.
And it's my homegirl Rhonda. It's my girl right there. Yeah.
Damn. Oh, wait a second. Oh, hold up. Wait. Okay. Is this line right here?
Huh?
See this line right here?
What line right here?
Oh, you can't see my cursor, right?
I can't see what you're pointing at. Oh, are you pointing this right here?
No, right here, like along the leg. Like there's a line. Is that the seam of the pants, or is that just how little your leg is from that line? That line right there. Is that the seam of your pants? Or is that how little your fucking leg was?
It's the seam. It's the seam. But she also got shaved legs.
I was like, girl, eat something.
Hey, that was in high school though. That was not after babies.
I was like,
you can't be mad at this one. This was in high school, okay?
I was like, Jesus, take the wheel. Well, see, mine was in high school too, but I had a baby in high school, so that's why that first picture I said it's even after a baby. I was trying to look for some like pre-baby. I probably look like bones and skin. Bones and skin.
Oh, that's why I'm on the wrong screen. There you go. There you go.
We're here for the shits and giggles. The share hair, love it.
We did share our ashtray.
Oh, shit.
Our Halloween.
Okay, well, you guys are talking about that. I'll pull up something real quick.
Oh, let's go.
It is in here too. That's
Okay.
funny. Are you pulling that one up?
Yeah.
Oh, is
Babe, I
it?
showed him our picture of our first Halloween. He goes,
Is
that's
it
what
in
I figured you were talking about. Remember when everybody thought you were the pimp and I was the hoe? He said that's what it was.
Oh, we don't
And
have
I
a lot.
We didn't even coordinate.
Oh,
at
well,
all.
that just
We
worked
just-
out.
Yeah.
Charlene, we don't have a lot of high school photos of Chris, but we're about to post one. About to share one of us for Halloween. I was pregnant with Janessa, so this was in 2010. No, sorry, 2009.
Yeah, I wasn't a photogenic person. Let me see.
Hey, you're supposed to be in bed, girl.
Hold on. No, it's here somewhere.
Wasn't it my family?
Her hair look red.
Is it this one? I will find it. You guys go ahead and keep chatting. It's got to be in here.
No, it's not in that one.
I know I have it. Give me another 30 seconds and I'll pull it up.
1, 2, 3.
And you'll see what we mean.
Let me see.
It's pretty funny. You're on the wrong screen.
I know I got it now.
Just 30 seconds.
Oh, that might be it. No?
No.
Yep, they're looking. That means it's gonna be
Yeah.
good.
Stop.
Sorry.
You went all the way back there.
I really did. I'm just going through my phone and I'm looking to see what I find. Look at that
That's
fucking
the
smile.
middle
Is that ridiculous or what?
That's you in the middle, huh?
That is super fucking
With
ridiculous.
that big ass cheesy smile.
Cheesy as fuck. I was too happy to.
Yes, that is hilarious. That's her right there. Yeah. Do you have makeup on?
No.
You guys frozen or am I frozen?
No,
No.
you're frozen.
Yeah.
It's the
I
best
think
face
it's my
ever.
internet because my kids
It
are all
really
over. Everybody's on the internet.
That is a great face.
Whenever
Yep.
I think my
Janessa, do the face. Do your little face to go like this. No, you're not gonna do it. Whatever.
I don't know what face you're talking about.
Yeah, you know what
You're supposed to be in
face.
bed.
Are we still
I'll
up?
go bring it to you like I always do. Go, please.
So Barbara says, I got a question. Do your kids have a bedtime during the summer? Yes, they do.
Well,
Yes, but it's not as
early.
it's not as early as it is during the school year.
We do that one.
Right now she's past her bedtime and she's not listening. Go to bed. During the summer, maybe 10-ish.
Oh,
About
man.
10 during the school year. Between 8 and 9 is like settling down time, and then lights out at 9. It used to be like 8:30. We moved it to 9, and then during the summer, it's really not that much extra. But I'm not trying to be a parent all night long in the summer. So depending on what we have going on, for the most part, 10 o'clock is I'm like, okay, I'm ready. You guys go to bed or go chill in your room. If we're hanging out with family, then that's kind of like, meh. We'll fix it later. Did you find it?
I'm looking. You guys,
Oh, well,
It
then
would-
here, grab the seascape.
it'll be what do you call it? Culturally inappropriate now.
Oh.
It's
Well, no,
not
I didn't do
politically
blackface.
correct. No, you didn't.
Neither did you. You did mixed guy, so you're fine.
All right.
Here, let me find it. No, I got it. You talk now.
I think I'm running out of
I don't
subject.
know.
I don't know. You put me on the spot.
My kids don't have a bedtime anymore, to be honest.
It's like,
My
what?
son is going to be 18 So we just kind of let him be great. And my youngest daughter too, they're like, I don't know, with COVID and everything, they're nocturnal all of a sudden.
Uh-huh.
They'll be up all night, they'll stay up through school, and then they'll go to sleep right after school.
Oh, you know what? Is it in mine? It's gotta be in mine then, if it's not here.
It was super nice though when they had a bedtime. And in their damn rooms.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
You
during the
see
summer, it's kind of free for all.
Just throw that one up for now. Oh, here we go.
So you guys got us go over here searching through photos.
You know,
You see how much we love you guys? We're trying to take it way back.
oops, wrong one. No, I know it's in here because I went through these the other
I
day.
thought it was in December.
Mm-mm.
When's your birthday?
In the summer.
Well, you're in May. That's
Yeah,
definitely not
I
summer.
know, but no.
We're failing over here.
Dang.
We're failing hard.
I know it's in here though.
We'll find it later and we'll throw it up. Just go to the one that we found.
Oh. Which is in here?
Yeah. And we'll just do that.
Man, but this is not the best one.
Yeah, but it's still funny.
Oh, the other one's better. Because I actually have my hat on. Almost there, almost there. Oh, there it is. It's better with the whole outfit though. All right. This was 2010. 2010. This was in October for Halloween. I was super pregnant. I wore blue contacts and a blonde wig. I was Ashley and he was Trey, and together we were Ashtray. And I was almost full term. Was I?
Yeah.
We're in October. Janessa was born in January, so I had this big old belly. I had some jeans on, and I had this big ass brown purse that I was holding everything.
Hey, I told her before we got there, it's like, no, she's like, what are we going to go as? I was like,
Yeah,
a
we
black
made it
dude
up.
and a white chick. And
No,
she's
a
like,
mixed
"What?"
dude.
No, it was black.
You were mixed.
I was going for the dreads with the gold teeth, and you were.
You were mixed. How can you be black if you're light
Because
skinned?
we didn't do the makeup.
You were.
That
Oh my
was the
gosh, he
point,
did
like-
not do. He's exaggerating for you guys right now. That's not what it was. He was a light skinned black dude. He was
Whatever.
not a straight black dude. He was a light skinned black dude because he could pass for Puerto Rican. So there. But I mean, I played a white
Hey.
face, so
Oh, and what's funny is all our friends thought it was funny.
it
And
was
now,
hilarious.
She said-
now,
Did you just say you played a white face?
Yeah.
Your face is white, dude. What do you mean? You can't play a white face. You are white.
I'm not white. I am very light tone brown.
she's the lightest shade of Mexican.
Yes. the
Potatoes,
light.
potatoes.
And I was just saying that because I had blue contacts in and blonde hair. So that's funny. Yeah, this was in 2009. Whatever, you guys.
She said I was Ash and he was Trey.
I was Ashley and he was Trey, and together we were Ashtray. That was our couple's costume.
Put up
Hey.
the picture I sent you.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna show you guys the funniest fucking smile I've ever seen in my life. I don't even know what the fuck I was so cheesy about. I'm a very light-skinned Mexican. So am I. That was preschool.
Are you in the middle?
Right?
Yes.
100%. There is no mistaking that. None.
Hold on. Go.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Here, we're here for the shits and giggles. Let's go.
Let me see.
See if you can blow it up.
Wrong page, my bad. This page. Oh, I'm off.
Dude,
I'm off.
let go.
Go back. Okay.
Hold on, sorry.
Hold on. I'll get it right there.
Oh, you can't move it?
Nope.
What the hell? Do it again.
That's good. That's good.
That's good. Don't zoom in anymore.
Yes. That
There's
one.
no mistaking it at all.
Ah!
It's getting worse.
Quit it.
He said it's getting worse. What kind of fucking friend are you?
Hey, legit, that looks like your daughter.
Which one?
Your psychologist's daughter.
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah, I can see it. That's look at all that hair I had. Dang
Yeah.
it. But this is me, y'all. That big ass. I don't know what the fuck I was smiling at. I don't know.
I can tell you what. Look at the girl's face behind you. Look like she smelled something funny.
You're stupid.
You are so bogus.
And the girl in front of you is laughing too. That was a straight. Shelly went, and she's like, she said, that other girl heard it. That other girl heard it. The other girl smelled it.
I didn't fart in public. I did not play the fart game. I still don't play the fart game.
No,
You
you
guys
were
want-
playing. It just slipped. That's what you were
No,
chasing.
no,
over.
no. No.
Leave it to a guy. Leave it to
You
a
know what?
guy to say
Hey,
that.
you know, you want to hear something super funny?
That is
one of my,
You're
one of my. She said, Kelly said, I'm dead. See, look, I told you guys I'm an open book. I don't know what the fuck I was smiling about, but can we talk about those teeth though?
Your
Kudos
baby?
to my mom. I still have really nice teeth. Just saying. But I want to say, I wish I had that hair. Like, it's gone.
It'll
The
be
cheesy
all right.
smile's gone. The hair's gone.
When are you gonna
Girl,
get you a wig?
I need to buy me one, but I
Oh, you
need.
said-
I want like a nice one. You know what I mean? I don't want to be looking like no bust down from the corner.
Yeah.
Hey, this show kind of took a left turn.
It's Sunday night. We had a good week.
Sunday night.
Wrapping
Yeah,
it
it's
up.
Sunday night.
Having fun.
Sometimes you need laughs. You need to just like let your hair down. I would, but I don't have a lot of hair, so I'm
It's
just.
not. I put mine up. All of this, I had to put it up, Chili.
Oh,
It
girl,
was
I
too
wish I wish I could. I really wish I could. But yeah, I don't know what I was smiling about in this photo still. I'm
I
still
told
thinking
you.
about that. I didn't fart. Oh, that's what I'm glad you brought that back up because that's what I'm saying. So you guys want to know my roles? Like when you get somebody new, when I'm training someone. So these are my rules. I got 3 rules. They're very simple and they're very easy. When we are on a job, I don't want to see a cell phone out. I don't want your phone in the middle. Business is business and personal is personal. So if we're on a job, I need you to concentrate and focus there. I don't care if you use your cell phone any other time because you're an adult, but on a job and I'm training you, so you should not be on your cell phone at that time. Any other time, feel free. You're a damn adult. That's rule 1. Rule 2, ask any question that you don't understand because the only stupid question is the one not asked. That's rule 2. My 3rd rule is I don't play the fart game. Period. And if you got a bust ass, because I do know that it's a bodily function, check the tire or some shit. Like pull over and say, I gotta check the tire.
Don't
I
do it.
promise I'm
Don't
not gonna
do
ask
it
no questions.
anywhere near me.
But if you bust ass in this little bit of space, we are gonna have a problem.
Especially in the middle of December when it's cold outside and the heater's kicking.
Yeah, no.
Don't.
And mind you, you're only dealing with the front part, right? Because you got the big cage behind you with the plexiglass windows. So we're literally in a small space. If you bust ass, like I might ask you to square up.
I'm just saying, I'm the same way.
Those are my 3 rules.
No, you go over there. Leave the room.
Why didn't you tase your partner? It's the middle of December.
He broke the rules.
The heater was on, and he broke rule number 3.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Broke the rules.
It's I'm telling you, that's my rule. That's my rule 3. I when I tell you, I'm like one of the most easygoing people. Because I think a lot of times when people have recruits, they kind of like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if they feel like this power trip or I don't know what it is, but some of them I don't like because they feel like, they have a uniform, that's your partner. And if something goes down, that person has to save your ass. So I don't treat them like, oh, because you're a recruit, blah, blah. Hey, I tell them in this car, we are partners. We are one. You save my ass and I'm going to save your ass. All that other nonsense, I don't want to hear because I have more time than you, none of that stuff. We are a unit and that's how we move. But don't bust ass because
Michelle said now somebody's going to put some fart spray in your car.
They better not. I'll fuck their ass up.
That's it, Shelly. I'm going to make sure I get one of those fart bags. You know those ones that those
the whoopee cushions.
Yeah, those whoopee cushions. I'm gonna get one and I'm just gonna put it on your seat one day. You're not gonna notice. You're just gonna sit down on it.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like in personal, like look, my kids, my husband, everybody, they're like fucking, I don't know, fart gurus. But these fuckers, I don't care if they fart in front of me. I don't care about that. Like, because you're in the privacy of your own home in your own personal setting. Fart the fuck away. I don't give a shit. Just don't have it like close to me. I don't want to suck it in.
Yeah,
don't catch me with my mouth open.
Over there.
Yeah, I don't care if they fart. They could do all that. You guys ever see the video? You ever see Cup of Cheese?
No.
Oh, babe. Chris and John Tisha have never seen Cup of Cheese. That's what it's called. We're gonna break the barriers right now. You know what? Let's go. I'm here for the shits and giggles.
Oh no, I don't even want to smell it, Shirley. No, just the sound would be funny enough. Shirley said she'd get me some stinky oil to put in the whoopee cushion. I'm like, nope.
We really did take a far left.
Yeah.
It's okay. We need sometimes you need to unwind,
Well, while you're doing that.
No, here, I got it already. Let's go. You guys are going to die laughing. Well, I can't believe that you guys have never seen this. All right, here we go. Of course, it would freaking buffer.
We have the dinner with LaShawn and Treese.
Oh, yeah.
It's Thursday.
Maybe I should just start leaving my stuff here.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear it?
Yes, we can hear it.
It's just you want to leave some stuff here. We're getting more comfortable with each other. I feel like we've kind of, broken the barrier. You know? Yeah, like we're comfortable enough around each other now that we can kind of fart in front of each other, and that's right. I mean, you said you want to leave your stuff here. You just fart?
I thought we broke the barrier.
We did, but
Yeah,
I broke the barrier.
We broke the barrier. Barrier.
Broke the barrier, but we don't always have to do it. You know, you don't have to go.
Cup of cheese.
Oh my God!
Come on!
I'm shitting my pants right now.
Ew.
That's it. That's it. I'm done. That's it.
Yuck.
That shit was hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
I can't believe you guys have never ever seen that shit. I was dying.
Yeah.
My husband showed that to me. She was like, cup of cheese. I was like, his ass ain't gonna never want to break no barriers ever again.
Right?
Okay, so I have another funny one for you guys. Let's do another funny one. Oh, man.
Is this another fart one?
No, we're done with the fart for today.
Thank you.
You will not have no more cup of cheese. Hold on. All right, here. Maybe you guys have what?
So I'm glad my son didn't see that. My son Davian. He would do it.
Oh,
Or he would pretend to do it, but still.
all right, you guys got to watch this. And you know what? I think, Chris, you could appreciate this. John Tisha, you could appreciate this. My aunt shared this with me, and we thought it was fucking hilarious.
Yo, this is Ali Sadiq, man, and this is Mexican Got on Booth. Big shout out to my man Sketch and Sound. Hey, y'all check this animation out. We about to do it, baby. Ha! Mexican Got on Booth.
My story is about prison danger, seeing that I look so menacing, you know, and I'm black, so you know it's gonna be about crime.
Go again.
Let me tell you, prison is an odd place because you do not know the rules. No matter how many prison movies you watched and documentaries of locked up, you still don't know the rules of what's going to happen. So I'm on my way to what they call necessities. Necessities is, you know, where your clothes, you get your laundry and all that. So I'm walking to necessities and a dude just walks by and say, Mexican got on boots. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Because it's like, I've been in prison like the first day. What you mean Mexican got on boots? Everybody got on boots. So I thought. Dude walked past, Mexican got on boots. Mexican got on boots. So I tell somebody else, Mexican got on boots. Dude looked down and say, Mexican do have on boots, and just take off running.
Bye, have a great time.
I'm like, was I supposed to run?
At Thin Blue Line USA, your satisfaction is our #1 priority.
Of course, they had to hit us with the ad.
Because the Mexicans have on boots. So I asked the old dude, I said, hey, Mexican got on boots. He say, all right, they got on boots. I said, what that mean? He said, it's going to be a riot. I said, you pretty calm about a riot. I said, how you know Mexicans got on boots mean it's going to have a riot? He said, because Mexicans don't wear boots on the rec yard. I said, okay, what they wear on the rec yard? He say sneakers. They play handball all the time. And then you look and you see Mexicans over there playing handball, but they got on boots. So I'm like, still don't comprehend. So I get back to my cell. I say, hey, to my cellie, I say, you Mexican, what Mexican got on boots mean? He say, that mean we gonna ride. We're gonna stab a couple of black guys up.
What the fuck?
And I asked this when you in prison, you ask dumbass questions. I'm like, does the ride happen in here? Like in this cell? Because me and you just finished eating together. What you mad at me about? I don't know. But this is when you learn that you stick with your race in prison, no matter what, you stick with your race. I don't know why I can't have a Mexican friend. He's in my cell. I don't know what's going on. The Mexican got on boots, and I got to figure out what I'm supposed to do now. And I still don't know. I got to still ask people. Found a black dude. I'm like, yo, so what I do now, the Mexican got on boots. He said, you got to find you a knife. I say, I got to find a knife. You can't have no knife in prison. He said, you just got here, huh? I said, yeah, I just got here. He said, man, look, you're going to need to find a dude named Cece and get you a knife. It's 3,000 people on this unit. How the fuck I'm supposed to find Cece? I don't know. So I'm just walking around, Mexican got on boots, Cece. Mexican got on boots, Cece. Dude say, hey, you looking for Cece? I say, yeah, you must need a knife. I say, yeah. He said, why you need a knife? I say, you ain't heard? He said, no, I ain't heard. I've been at work all day. Mexican got on boots. He take off running.
Why are you running?
I take off running after him only because he never told me what Cece was. I catch him, he said, man, go on the rec yard. Cece gonna be on the rec yard. I'm like, I don't wanna go on the rec yard. I just left the rec yard. That's how I found out Mexican had on boots.
If you've got a military, first responder, or law enforcement background, GovX.com is for you. You stepped up to serve our country and community.
So I'm sitting on the rec yard looking around for somebody who may look like a dude named Cece. So I'm asking, I'm looking, I'm waiting. I say, somebody gonna speak to Cece. Got to. Dude walk, what up, Cece? I say, that's what I'm looking for right there. I see Cece, I nod, he nod back. I say, can I come over there? He say, come on, young blood. I get over there. I say, hey, Cece, Mexican got on boots. He say, I heard. I say, I need a knife. He say, well, come to my cell in a couple of minutes. I'm gonna hook you up. I get to the cell. I say, Cece, I need a knife. He said, what type of knife? I don't know. I just got here. He said, what type of knife you looking for? I say, something sharp, something to poke a motherfucker with. I don't know. So he put up a towel and say, hold on, let me show you some knives. Now it's 8 knives in front of me. It's like I'm at fucking Macy's. I'm like, yo. I'm like, what kind of knife you want? I said, well, what kind of knife I need for a ride? I ain't never been to ride before. He said, well, you're going to need something where you can stick multiple people and it break off. I say, is that right here on the thing? He said, no, these are personal knives. What you want your knife made out of? I say, there's too many choices, man. I just need a knife to protect myself. He said, well, God damn it, listen to me, man. Do you want it made out of wood, plastic, metal, or what? I say, Cece, listen to me. I don't know, because I've never been to ride before. What's going to protect me? He say, new ass motherfucker. Like, it's wrong to be just getting to prison. I don't want to be here from the beginning. So calling me new don't mean shit to me. So I said, so man, what would you suggest? He said, I suggest something personal, like a pen top. But would that sustain with a riot? He say, no, that ain't riot knives. That's just personal walk around. I said, mother, I need a knife for the riot.
I'll get us out of this.
Introducing Incognito. Taste meat made from mince. What? Afraid you might like it?
Because Mess got on boots. I said, man, how much is a personal knife gonna cost me? 2 bags of coffee. Come back a little later on the day. I say, cool, CC. So I wait 3 or 4 hours, and I knew he was working on my knife because I was down the cell and I heard on the ground. I said, yeah, my knife gonna be sharp in a month. Because I'm hearing it. I'm like, I'm hearing it. I'm like, yeah, I can't wait. And I'm practicing in my cell how I'm gonna use my knife. Practicing my shit. So then this dude named Mitch say, hey, you getting you a knife? I say, yeah, CC working on my knife. He say, man, you need more than that. I say, what I need now? He said, you need to know Mexican got on boots so they can kick you in this fucking shin while you fighting. Boots are made out of metal. So you got to do this. This is Mitch. This is in my cell teaching me how to be in a riot. Look, first of all, when you get out there, stay close to the wall because motherfuckers gonna be trying to stab you. I said, that's pretty much what a riot is. That's why I'm getting a knife. Okay. So he say, you're gonna have to do a rock and lean. I said, what the fuck is a rock and lean? Mexicans gonna come out there. They gonna have their knives. You gonna have to have your shirt off with your knife. And when you do this, you're gonna have to rock to see what foot the Mexican gonna kick you with. I said, this is too much. This is too much. It's like a choreographed dance. I'm doing. I go back to CC. I say, yo, CC, I gotta go to the rec yard. Look like it's finna get live. I need my knife. He say, man, I just sold your knife. CC, you said it was a personal knife. For me, it costs 2 bags of coffee. Why it's not personal no more? He say, man, it was personal. Then a dude came in with 3 bags of coffee. Then he made it business. I say, so you sold my knife? He said, yeah, sold your knife. I said, the riot about to jump off. Hey, man, do what you can do. So moral of the story, how I end up, I fucking get cut. Because I ain't have a fucking knife and I forgot to rock. I'm out there rocking with no knife. I'm not getting kicked, but I'm getting cut. I got cut down my side from a Mexican who didn't even have on boots.
Hey, sketchy.
Oh shit. My aunt, who is much older than me, showed that shit to me when we went to Tennessee. We were fucking dying because we were lit too, so we were dying. So now every time something happens, like when they call me, they'll be like, hey, Mexicans got on boots. That's like code word for my fucking family now. Hey, Mexicans got on boots.
That's funny.
Jonathan, that was hilarious. And I've never seen that until like last year, but it's been out for a while. So it's funny as fuck. But yeah, we veered off into a different realm. But, you know, I think we've had a week of showing not all of them, because we weren't able to show everyone's story, but we will implement that in every show going forward so that we can tell somebody else's story. But I think that at the end of the day, sometimes you need to have a laugh. You know what I mean? Right?
Yes.
What did she just toot?
No.
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 I thought that's what it was. I
No.
was like, oh hell nah.
No, remember yesterday how we were saying that he's getting stuck on the chair and it goes,
Yeah.
He just moved and that happened.
I forgot to. I know that the kid spilled something on it, and I forgot to wipe it off.
Every time he moves.
Anyways.
Anyways.
That is your choice, and I love it. You do you, girl. You are not only protecting you, but I guarantee someday, sooner than later, it may be protecting someone else.
That's right. Just go with it.
So I agree. Cool. All right. Well, anyways, on that note, I think we'd like to thank you guys for joining us again for another great show. Don't forget to like and share. We would greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it. If you had not followed us on YouTube, please follow us on YouTube. We would truly appreciate it. And we will be seeing you in a few days with a new show. So on that note, thank you to all Golden Star families who lost someone in the line of duty. We appreciate you, we respect you, and we will make sure that you are not forgotten, nor is your loved one. You guys have a great night.